Disney and Pixar's Monsters, Inc. Boo on the Loose. James P. Sullivan, or Sully, was the top scarer at Monsters, Inc. He was Scarer of the Month more times than anyone else. Scaring kids and collecting their screams was a very important job. Kids' screams powered the whole city of Monstropolis. Sully worked on the scare floor. When a child's door was in place, Sully waited for the signal. The red light meant he could open the door and scare the kid on the other side. Monsters, Inc. turned the screams into energy. Big scares meant big screams, and big screams meant big energy. One night, Sully was heading home. He walked past the scare floor and saw a door still set up. All the doors should have been put away in the door vault. "Is anybody scaring in here?" Sully whispered, peeking inside the room. Sully turned around to find a kid clinging to his tail. "Boo!" it said. It was a little girl, and she was inside the monster world. "Ah!" Sully screamed. Every monster believed that children were dangerous. They were like poison to monsters. So Sully carefully tried to carry the kid back into her room. But she kept coming back out. "Kitty!" she called to Sully. Sully had to do something. If anyone found out there was a kid loose in Monstropolis, who knew what would happen? There was only one monster Sully could tell his secret to: his best friend, Mike. He was sure that Mike would know what to do. So Sully sneaked the little girl out in a bag and took her home. Mike couldn't believe it. A kid? In Monstropolis? In their own home? "Sully, it can't stay here," Mike declared. "Her name is Boo," said Sully. "You named it already?" cried Mike. They had to get rid of the kid, and fast. Mike came up with a plan. The next morning, they would drive her to the park and try to lose her. While she was sleeping, Sully and Mike peeked in on Boo. "Hey, wait a minute," said Mike. "That's my bear." "Shh, you can have him back tomorrow," Sully told him. The next morning, Sully and Mike disguised Boo in a monster costume they had made. Then they walked outside to Mike's car. "Be careful," warned Mike. "Don't let that kid touch anything." When they got to the park, Sully and Mike got out of the car. Mike went to open the door for Boo, but she had locked herself in. Mike was not happy. "We have to get her out," he said. "Now!" Sully thought for a moment. Then he came up with an idea. Sully put Mike in the middle of the spare tire. He rolled Mike all around. "Isn't this fun?" Sully said. "Yeah, real fun," Mike grumbled. Boo smiled, but she didn't get out of the car. So Sully grabbed Mike by the arms and swung him around and around. "Don't you want to play, Boo?" he called. Mike was hoping that this time it would work. He was getting very, very dizzy, but Boo stayed in the car. Just then, a monster butterfly flew past the car window. Boo was fascinated as she smiled and pointed at it. Then she opened the car door and ran after it. Boo followed the butterfly into the park. She tried to catch it, but the butterfly was too fast. Up, up, up it went. And then it flew right into the woods. Boo giggled, and she continued to chase after it. Mike grabbed Sully's arm. "Now's our chance, Sully," shouted Mike. "The kid's gone! Let's go!" Mike tried to start the engine, but the car wouldn't start. "Oh, great!" sighed Mike. "We're out of fuel! Just our luck!" But Sully wasn't listening. He was thinking about Boo and realized that he missed her already. Who was going to call him Kitty now? Then, Sully had a super sneaky idea. If Mike thought that they needed Boo, Sully could go after her and get her back. "We need to find Boo," Sully said to Mike. "Her scream will start the car." Without waiting for Mike's answer, Sully ran into the woods. "Boo!" Sully called. "I have your teddy bear!" But Sully didn't see her anywhere. "Boo! Where are you?" he called. "Boo! Oh no! Where could she be?" "Kitty!" said a small voice. "Boo!" cried Sully. He was happier than he could ever remember as Boo ran right to him. She gave him a hug. Now Sully was sure Boo wasn't dangerous at all. Sully and Boo happily walked back to the car. Mike couldn't believe what he was seeing. "Are you crazy? You're holding its hand?" Mike cried. Sully just smiled. "I know," he said. "I feel okay though." Sully smiled as he put Boo back in the car. "Now we need some scream," said Mike. "Sully, you're the best scarer at Monsters, Inc. Do your stuff." Sully turned around and looked at Boo. She smiled back at him. He opened his mouth to roar, but he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't scare little Boo. Mike gripped the steering wheel in frustration. "Just scare it! Now!" he yelled. He banged his head on the steering wheel. "Honk!" went the horn. "Ouch!" cried Mike. Boo giggled. "Hee hee hee!" Just then, the engine started with a roar. Mike and Sully looked at each other. "Whoa! How did that happen?" Mike looked at Boo. "All right, okay. She can stay for now," he said. "But just remember," added Mike, "that's my bear." The end.